got the news of my grandmother, what I thought about was incredible. How did this amazing person that raised me, that dedicated so much of her final life towards raising me, right, with the last of her powers, she literally, was raising me, and this is what she has to show for it. Someone that's bankrupt, they have no real career, right? Their business is failing, nothing is going right for them. It was just, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe myself. I felt I let her down. I felt I did not live up to the quantity of love that she showed me, and that I should have done so much more with my life. However, at that point in time, again, I remember that day as well. I cried for 3 days, by the way. It was very low point in my life at that point. However, the one decision I took then was that's it. From now on, I will make money. This might seem odd to hear, but in the first 3 years of business, I went into business with several vision items. One of those was that we treat people like people. We treat people like entrepreneurs. We give them freedom. We give them the liberty to work from wherever they want, on whatever time zone they want, or whatever schedule they want. If they want to work 4 days a week, then that's fine, right? If they want to work over weekends and then just a couple days during the week, that's fine as well. It doesn't matter. Total, almost complete freedom. Let's just work together, just find ways to work together and take humanity forward. That was our goal, and which we are still doing to this day, over 10 years later. And then another goal was that we would provide service to people, to businesses, to organizations and so on, without asking for anything, but just provide amazing service and then let them tell us how much they want to pay us. Which, as you can imagine, it sounds good in concept, but it was very bad in implementation, at least the way I implemented. We were making very, very little money. We were undervalued for the quality of work we were doing. And at one point, I just said, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore. That was the point, I remember. So from that point onward, I said, okay, from now on, I'm making money. I don't care. Any task I pick up, if any job, if any project, anything I pick up, if it's not making money, I'm going to drop it. If it's making money, I'm going to pursue it. That's basically what I decided to do. In the first month, I made a lousy, a few hundreds of dollars. In month 2, I made maybe $500. Month 3, I made $1,000. Month 4, I made around $2,000, and so on and so forth. I kept growing and growing and growing up until 1 year later. I kid you not, the business was making over $500,000, and I was personally pocketing $17,000 a month 1 year later. And I remember the date because it was a very important moment in my life. So you can say that it took me 1 year. So from that point onward, in 14 months, so I can literally say that in 1 year, from the point in which I made $1,000 a month to the point in which we were $1 million portfolio of businesses, it was literally 1 year. So you could say that took me 1 year. The real truth is that I had a career up until I started my first business. So I picked up skill sets in marketing, in engineering, in sales, in business management, and HR and so on. And then I had 3 years in which I was trying to run my business like an NGO. Basically, that's what I was trying to do. So that being said, that period took just 1 year. So those were the first, let's say, 4 years of mine in business. And in 4 years, we got to $1 million. Or we passed $1 million. So what's the take in this? What's the lesson? The lesson here is to start becoming very intentional with the work that you do. If your intention is to do pro bono work, do as much of it as you want. If your intention is that you get paid for your work and you provide a lot of value, but then you also get paid handsomely in return, then focus on tasks that actually make you money or can make you more money. For example, if you're a developer, you're developing, software for other businesses, whether you're a freelancer or a company with multiple people. Let's say you know how to do development, and then AI is coming, it's right around the corner. Okay, well, skill up, right? It's the time to learn AI. It's the time to learn how do I take this AI engine and put it into hardware and software, right? So this is just one example with engineering, but you can do the same in marketing. If you're good at SEO, okay, let's say maybe I can write better content. If I'm already a good writer, maybe I can learn to do copywriting, right? So that the content converts more. And there's this exact same thing in business. If I do HR, okay, what am I charging right now? I'm charging $3,000 a month to do ongoing HR services. Okay, fine. Or recruitment and HR and whatever. Okay, so how do I improve that? How do I add more value? How do let me have a conversation with, this client and that client and the other, and ask them, what are some gaps in your business? What are some challenges, right? And let me see if I can fill in those challenges. So that's basically it. That's my recommendation. I think that as long as you have a monomaniacal focus on always having on your plate only tasks that either make you more money right now or skill you up so that you can ask for more right next week, in 2 weeks, in a month, and so on. But have those conversations, right? So don't just get skills and say, oh yeah, I will make so much more money in the future, but then no one's asking for the specific skill set. Like, let's say, for example, you're learning to, write poetry and then no one's asking you to do that, or you're learning to do video editing, but you have no clients that are asking for video editing, right? That's the point. If you're in business, or any type of business, again, if you're the employee, the manager, the owner, it doesn't matter. As long as you focus on things that actually bring value to the marketplace, and then you find ways in which you can ask for more or do more, be more valuable, then I believe that is the biggest lesson that I can tell you that I got in my first few years of business. Focus, right? Don't focus on likes, focus on dollars. Don't create a pretty website, focus on your sales pitch. Work on things that actually move you forward, not that you think, that is a good idea, nice to have. No, don't lose those, right? So if you have any questions with regards to maybe what you should focus on, how you could grow your businesses, again, we've already grown. I think by this point, we've coached over 300 other businesses to make millions and tens of millions. So if you have any questions, you can just go to robertindries.com, or you can Google my name. The first 3 pages should be me. And then you can just go to my website, leave me your email, or send me a message. It's me@robertindries.com. And I'd love to, speak with you. I'd love to help you on your journey, whether it's, to grow the business, to make it more effective, and so on. I wish you all the best on your journey, and see you on the next video. Bye.